Okay.
Huh?
22.
Yeah, big talking Brewskis. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold one, we're on the air. Big talking Brewskis. Marissa Smith is who you see. Water cooler combo in here. Crack a cold one, we're on the air. Kicking back, having a few beers, we're chatting. Pull up your chair, we're all relaxing. Any subject, we never dismiss. Big talking Brewskis with Marissa Smith. Comedy, sex, relationships, more. Any subject, we got it in store. Big talking Brewskis is coming in live. Crack one open, Marissa has arrived. Big talking Brewskis with Marissa Smith. Yeah.
Hey guys, happy Friday. This is Big Talking Brewskis. I am still Marissa Smith. So this has been the our shows for 2018, you guys. This is literally our last recording of 2018. And Rodney and I are doing it by ourselves.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. We
We'll
can
make
make
it
it
if we
if we
try.
try. Just the two of us. You and I. So and like it's been a crazy ass year. It's like one of these like it's been like the longest year and the shortest year at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Like all of a sudden, it's like, wow, it's about to be 2019. Like already, I feel like it just turned 2018.
Yeah.
But
It's taken forever.
It's taken forever.
Forever.
So many different things.
Oh my God. I feel like Trump ages me about 2 years every month. Like I just
You can't tell. You look amazing.
that is just a lot of cream. It's just I've been spending so much money on face cream because I'm just like, oh shit, I'm looking dry. Like I've been spending the most money on moisturizers, and I'm just like, oh my God, when did my neck get lines in it? God damn it, Trump! Like, just like every sort of like cream, elixir, emulsion, like.
But like I gotta say though, this show every single week has just been like so cathartic.
Yeah.
Like I would say we're able to just come together and just like let everything off of our chest, and we've talked about every fucking thing under the sun
We have.
that could possibly come up.
We really have. Like there.
Yeah. From
I
pegging to.
I feel like necrophiliac vampires are like the only thing we haven't touched on.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Right.
Because I don't know any, but I'm sure I do. But I probably don't know that I know them.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite show or topic of the year?
Ooh. I know Rain Dove was like a amazing guest that we had.
Oh yeah, Rain
That
and
was just,
AJ are
like,
always amazing.
Rain and AJ, that episode was like very just. It was just so interesting because I never really met like a transgender model. Like it was.
I don't know that they are transgendered. I believe they don't have a gender.
Right.
They are a gender capitalist.
Yeah.
So they don't identify as male or female. They are Rain Dove.
Cool is amazing.
Amazing. And like I feel like as like a just I guess regular cisgendered person, I gotta keep all that shit straight because like
Right. I don't know, cause see, I don't know.
You're in the.
I'm in part
You're
of
in the
family.
alphabet. So
I'm part of the family, right?
You're
I'm
part
in
of the alphabet. So like.
So I was like, okay.
You're like whatever.
I'm like, girl.
Yeah. Whereas like because even AJ called Rain her. And I was just like, I don't think I can call Rain her. And then I'm like, I think Rain is a they. And then AJ's like, nah. He was all like, oh no, I think you can call her. And I was just like, I'm a cisgendered heteronormative person. You're not getting me too'd up in here, calling people by the wrong shit. Not doing it, not today. Devil's not winning today. Like, so
yeah,
like,
right.
it's like, yeah. So like, I try to be very cognizant of
But like,
the-
I feel like if you listen to past episodes, you can everybody is cognizant, and then when they're not, you get checked. It's so easy to get checked. I got checked a couple different times
yeah.
on certain things just because
Well, I got checked because in the group message, I was asking people for their preferred pronouns
Okay.
instead of their pronouns. And so preferred was where I got checked because I should not be saying like, what do you prefer? It's what are your pronouns? But like, I thought I was being like progressive, heteronormative, cisgendered chick being like, hey, something, we're going to call you the pronouns that you want to be called. And we're going to try not to be like assholes and just be like, oh, well, this is what you were born as, so we're calling you this. And I thought I was being super progressive. And there's
But
like,
that's the world that we live in. You think you being super progressive, then you say something. I think I said something crazy about periods, and like it was like two women, like, excuse me, like
it's like, what was the last time you seen a pussy?
exactly. Oh, you don't know what pussy is. Like it's, I mean, but
Speaking of you not knowing what pussy is, my favorite episode was when you had your rendezvous with a trans man.
Well, a female to male transgender person.
Trans man.
Well, yeah, this is trans man.
Trans man. I know the lingos.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, something? Like when
Yeah, I
someone's
mean,
just throwing you pussy, you just
you
got to
can't-
take it.
You gotta take it. You gotta take the pussy when it's thrown at you, and you're not even expecting that you're gonna get some pussy, and then there it is. Like, yeah, I had to do what I had to do.
Like,
But that was so very much like, okay. And then I assume while it was happening, I thought about Big Talking Brewskis. Like, oh, I can't wait to get in the studio on Friday and talk about having this experience and sharing it with all of you. Because, people need to know about the world that we live in. And this is what it is now, especially, me being a black gay man in America, living in New York City. There's so many different things
yeah.
out there. And
There's a
it's-
lot of things.
Right. And
There's so many things.
you and Catman.
Catman. Catman. Yeah, something, I will say that I was a little bit sad because like I kind of liked Catman. And I thought,
remember when it first started, I was rooting for you guys.
I thought like Catman and I would go
I
the
was
distance.
already ready, walking down the aisle. You already know how I am. Hopeless romantic.
Oh yeah, you're ridiculous.
Because for everybody that doesn't know the behind the scenes of the show, me and Marissa, best friends, we get together before the show and after the show. It's not just what you hear on air.
Yeah. So like we were already like talking beforehand and then like trying to catch up on each other's weeks and whatnot.
And I'm always trying to get Marissa married, always.
Always. Always. Because, it's funny because, like, Brendan was talking a little bit about, like, anxiety or whatever. And, like, one of the things that I'm always thinking to myself is that when I get married, I had to have you in my wedding party. But, like, I don't know what the male name is of a bridesmaid. And so, like, this is something
like a bridesman?
Yeah, like, you're, like, a bridesman. Like,
Wait, okay, so... All right, so are you going to actually have the whole hoopla of having bridesmaids and groomsmen and like do all that? Because you don't have to do that.
No, if I'm getting married, I mean, I'm doing the shit, but I'm not doing the shit like I'm doing the shit where like if he wants to have his sister in the wedding, she needs to be in his fucking party because I'm not having your sister on my side taking up a space from my people.
Oh, so it's going to be a co-ed one side.
Your people are on your side. I'm not about this shit like, oh, because I need my sister to be in our wedding party, my sister has to be your bridesmaid. No, you need to find out what the female version of a groomsman is. Is it a groomswoman or a groom's
right? Because
lady?
if you did it like that, then it would be like his sister and like, or we don't know him yet,
right? But yeah, I'm having a co-ed.
So then I'm coming on your side. But then here's the question: when I'm walking down the aisle, am I walking with his brother? Or am I walking with his sister?
Well, it depends on how many people are on his side. I don't know. We're walking.
And is his brother straight and cute?
Well, we know you're the converter. If his brother's straight and cute, you're trying to.
I'm the converter.
You're gonna be sucking that dick in the bathroom.
Oh God, the reception.
It's just like we're gonna be walking down the aisle. I'm like, Rodney, what is this on your chin?
You know you're gonna get nervous walking down the aisle. You know what will help? A blowjob.
Let me relax you. It's like, you ever had a blowjob from a man before? You don't know what you're missing.
Hello, I could change your life right now.
And I was like, Rodney, stay away from my husband.
See, that'll never happen because you have me, so I'm already a tester, a buffer.
Yeah, you're like, well, you guys can get married if you want to, but last Friday, karaoke.
I'm not your dick in the bathroom. Now we get too personal.
It's like, him leaning to the left like that doesn't bother you? Rodney. How you know?
Honestly, oh God, I love doing this show. I love doing this show with you. It's so great. We had so many great guests, and 2018's been such a great year.
Yeah, it's been fun, and it's been challenging. It's been weird. It's been really weird.
I mean, I know you're waiting for 2020. It's gonna get here soon enough. We got one more to get through because it's been crazy.
I'm just hoping Mueller finishes soon because, I don't know how much more anticipation I have left in me.
Are you pooping?
Here's the funny thing. So I've been on vacation, and I've been pooping. And I'm thinking to myself that I'm dying because, I never poop at home. And I've pooped at home, 3 days in a row.
Oh, wow.
So, I think
I've pooped at home 3 days in a row?
Yes. I don't know who I am anymore is what I'm trying to say.
Because you don't poop on the weekends.
No. And,
But you got to poop during the week.
That doesn't normally happen because I've literally been on vacation for 14 days and not pooped until I got to work, and that was the longest poop. And the whole time I'm pooping and I can't.
Wait, what do you mean by the longest poop? How long did you poop for?
I was probably in there a good 20 half hour.
A 30-minute poop.
I hadn't pooped for 14 days.
Shit.
Does
one get stuck in there and you're just kind of pushing it out and it just feels like a rock and you're waiting?
Yeah, I get those. Fuck. And then I try to do yoga positions while I'm on the bowl to try to move my bowels. I get that happening.
Do you ever use enema?
I do no.
No.
I'll do almost if you're sitting on the bowl and you try to do a downward facing dog to try to
You've never done an enema.
I'm not into putting things in my butt, to be honest with you.
Oh, it could be very helpful.
It's not my cup of tea.
Just saying, I do enemas every day. Also.
Yeah, that's not
every other day. If I'm gonna do enema.
I mean, I'm never planning on bottoming. And if the one time it happens a decade, it's
I mean, but I'm just saying when you're that's what it's not for bottoming. It wasn't even made specifically for that.
It's
lies. For people like you.
Lies. That shit
need
was for
to.
bottoming. It was just like some dude was just like, you know something, I'm gonna stick a dick in your keister, but I'm really tired of this poo. And then they somehow thought,
because it's the worst.
it's like somehow thought that was the bottom's problem. It's just like, yo, you like putting your dick in ass, you're gonna have to deal with some poo. Like that's how it goes. No, they're just expecting the bottom to like coalesce and just be like, oh, okay, I'm the one that plays well with others, so like let me go and start like flushing fluids down my booty so that like you don't have to deal with this later. It's like, you know something, you want to stick your dick in an ass, man up and deal with some shit.
That was so great. That was really, really great.
Am I
'Cause
right
it's
or wrong
true.
though?
It's kind of true.
It's just like,
'Cause-
oh, everybody else is supposed to change their body because you want to do something that naturally would require shit on your dick. Like, then don't do it.
I mean, I absolutely agree. I have this kid. He's like 20. That's been coming over on a regular, but like
Wait, which one is this?
the kid.
Which kid? Is this Beyonce kid?
No,
Oh, it's my bad. I'm just blowing up spots here.
No, right, no. The one that like was with my neighbor, I thought, and like now we have like a regular thing going.
Okay, we're gonna have to do this off air. Okay.
Anyways, like I've sometimes something comes out, and like he kind of freaks out a little bit. What I've noticed is that like the older ones not so much. They don't like freak out, but like he's all 19 freaking out.
Like,
I'm sorry, sometimes you might get shit on you when you try to put. Marissa's absolutely right. When you try to put up the butt, that's what happens.
that's what happens. Like that's like
Sometimes, like, I
the
can't control it.
natural order
If I
of
had
things.
halal the night before, it's not gonna be cute.
Shit, if I've had like 3 buds the night before, I am having bud mud. You ever had like a drink and it specifically happens to me with Budweiser, but if I drink like 3 Bud Lights or 3 Budweisers, I will have bud mud the next day. But like again, like I
That's
probably
crazy when you can like when it's
when
happening.
you know the food that
you
does
could,
it.
you know the food. You could smell the whiskey. You ever had a whiskey one? Oh god.
I don't really drink whiskey like that.
Oh, you drink enough of it, you will know the next day.
But like, you ever like drink a coffee and it tastes like every other coffee that gave you diarrhea, and like, you know what I mean?
That's that old coffee.
It's
I'll
like-
wait for them to make new ones at Dunkin' Donuts.
Like, I will take a sip of
Wait
coffee.
for the new coffee. Don't
and-
go for the old if they like.
But you don't even know it's old though.
They tell me I'm at Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, mine is not. But
That's 'cause
I
they know
will.
because I cuss. I cuss them out every single time.
I don't like. I just literally, I'll take a sip of coffee, and I'm like, oh, this tastes like every other coffee that gave me diarrhea. I guess I am going to be on the bowl for a while. But like, you know, it's really like, I don't know. I'm having a hard time like going to the bathroom at home because I'm just like, I'm shitting for free right now.
I definitely had that moment the other day. I shot like 3 times at work. I don't know what I ate. I don't know why. Like I don't
Yeah,
know
like,
what
but
it
at least you're on the
was.
clock. Like,
But I
you
was
know?
like, I'm getting paid for this.
At least like you
I
know.
waited. There's a way to do it too. I gotta wait until like, okay, that table's cashed out. That table's cashed out. That table just got their food. The other table, their food is about to come down. Now I could take a shit.
Like, I will tell
That's
you.
how it is at my when I'm waiting tables and I'm
Yeah.
working like that.
No,
You
like,
can't just take a shit at any time.
well, so like with me, like I'm in an office, so like I usually go first thing when I get in there, and so like I'm like literally reading my emails when I'm like on the bowl, so like I know like when I'm finished, like what I have in front of me. But like when I like start like work, but like the worst time that I ever gone in the bathroom, I was out with my friends. I had a show I was hosting, and it was being recorded. And my friends like surprised me, and they were taking me out to all you can eat sushi. And so we did this. We did this all you can eat sushi for like hours before I had the show. And the whole time I had to go to the bathroom, but everybody only had like 5 minutes. And so I was just like, all right, I got to wait to the headliner because I know the headliner's got 20 to 30 minutes. That gives me enough time. And then the headliner decided that he wanted to bounce early. He bounced after like 15. And so then he's like, all right. And it was one of those rooms where like the bathroom is like still kind of like off of the showroom. So you can still hear the show, but you're in the bathroom. And I hear the headliner being like, all right, guys, that's been my time. Where's the host? I'm going to bring your host back up. Host. And I'm like, fuck. And like, I couldn't do anything because I'm literally still on the bowl. And so like, then like, I finish up, the whole room is cleared. The producers of the show are like, where have you been? And I'm like, on the bowl.
Take a shit.
I was taking a poo.
If you
like,
the headline, you gotta go until the light come up.
Like, yeah, it's like he only did like 12, 13 minutes. I was expecting him to do like 20, 25 minutes. He jumped he jumped ship early.
Y'all gotta take that up with him. Y'all pay him for 13 minutes?
And they were just like, well, you really should have been there. I'm like, I could not have been there.
Let me tell you something, right? Because I host a bunch of your shows. Fashion Me Funny host right here. Alternative, yes. I can't wait for next year. But I time it out. But like I have to pee on a normal, regular basis. Like I'm a pisser. Like once I will drink and drink and drink. I could drink straight for like an hour and a half. But then the way my body goes, because I'm an adult and I know exactly what I do, I gotta go. And then once that first one comes out, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, then 30 minutes, I gotta keep going until like I'm ready. And the hosting, I be timing it out all the time.
Yeah.
Like I be looking at like that's what, okay, but like, oh, I don't know. You don't know. You go run down to the bathroom. That's on a whole nother second floor.
Yeah.
I don't even know when I'm literally okay. Let me run downstairs real quick.
Yeah. And then you also had to like hope that whoever, and you can't, when you're hosting, you can't pee in front of you can't pee on a new person's set because like if they're a newbie,
only pee on people that I know.
Yeah, because
I know if
I would pee on
McNiff
people that I know
wasn't here tonight, but
Yeah.
like I know Gordon McNiff.
Yeah.
I got 8 minutes.
Yeah. But like some people, they'll jump on like newbies. They'll jump on 3.
Oh,
jump on,
real quick.
like it's just like they don't get their first laugh and they're out, and you're just like, oh fuck, like
But you still I still like to be present and paying attention to everything that's happening because like Richie Redding, huge name, is gonna be doing our show on what, the 12th,
18th.
18th.
He's doing his
He's doing his half-hour set. Amazing comedian. Make sure if you're in New York City, come out and see it. He got like something in his throat and needed water immediately.
Yeah.
And he's like, Rodney, any water? If you're out there, can I get water?
Yeah. And you ran.
Luckily,
you got it.
I was
there. And you
because
got it.
as a host, that's why I be just trying to be there and pay. And I got it. I got some water and ran up. Like
yeah. But like you never know. Like you never know what can happen.
You don't. This comedy game, people think that they can do it. They think that like it's easy, but it's a lot more than what people think.
Yeah.
And what we do, I respect so many people, and we come in contact with so many great people.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The comedy scene here in New York. If you are listening and you don't live here and you're a comedian and you want to come to New York City, hit us up. We might be able to put you on shows if you're funny.
That's the if then conditional.
Right, exactly.
For my Excel people.
Exactly. Right.
Because I love doing Excel jokes. They take up less space if you're in binary. That's super Excel-y. But like, yeah, no, it's been crazy. The shows have been nuts. I don't know. Like, I think one of the craziest, talking about Fashionably Funny, I think one of the craziest shows we had was, like, this younger guy and this older dude, and we couldn't tell if they were on a date or not. They claimed, like, the younger dude claimed that was his uncle. and he was literally trying to argue that he didn't know that Nazis were bad. And it was
Oh, I know exactly. They were sitting right in the front row.
yes,
In the corner.
and
Yeah.
it would totally look like a sugar daddy, sugar baby situation.
Yep.
And they were both fucked up. Like it
They
was like
were.
to the point where if this was his uncle, like there's no way that this dude was gonna like go back to his sister or brother bringing their kid home this fucked up. So you knew this had to be like a sugaring kind of like twink kind of situation.
Yeah, because we don't really ID, right? Like,
That's the club that does that.
even though I feel like he
It
was
is not the
definitely, like, probably 21, something
responsibility
like that,
of
like-
the producer. It's the responsibility of the club when they're ordering
what if either
drinks.
if they show up drunk, they show up drunk. You can't even. This New York City, okay? I can't control that
I that's not under my control.
at all.
But they like and they could have been on drugs. Like you have no idea. But
True.
like they
Popping pills.
they were fucked up and like literally getting in an argument about whether or not you could honestly say Nazis were bad people. And I was just like, only New York City and Charlottesville and Trump. But, you know. But this is the thing that like makes me hate the time that we're in right now, because like my grandparents were like young in their 20s around World War II. And I feel like if I asked any of my grandmothers or any of my grandfathers, Grandma, Grandpa, is it okay to punch a Nazi? And they'd be like, okay, sugar. We used to shoot the Nazis. What, you got a little sugar in your tank? Like,
Right,
you know
like,
what I mean? It's just
shit.
like,
You gotta need more than that.
like, what do you mean? Is it okay to punch a Nazi? You're supposed to shoot them right between the eyes so you know that they're dead. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, why are we asking, is it okay to punch a Nazi? Like, literally, like, punching a Nazi is, like, the most half-assed way to handle a Nazi. It's like,
Yeah.
that is literally, like,
Because they don't shoot you. You don't. If you don't
That
shoot
is the
them, they're gonna shoot
layaway.
you, like.
that's the layaway plan of handling a Nazi is punching them. It's like, well, if I punch them today, maybe they're not going to come back tomorrow.
No. Oh, absolutely.
It's just like,
I don't understand. Like, you would say the words on air, what they'd be thinking, like, oh, that
you know what I mean?
just punched me. Okay.
It's just like,
Extra expletives. Black
they're
gay
just
man.
they're just dropping
Double hate. Right.
N bombs and F bombs,
H bombs.
you know. But like, it's just crazy to me because like literally like listening to like my grandparents talking about World War II, it's just kind of like, well, you know, your grandmother had to go to work because of the Nazis. Like, you know, before then, no woman in a family ever had to work. Like, you know, it was just like, oh, the Nazis are the reason why women had to work in a factory. Like, it's like the Nazis are the reason why women couldn't buy fucking stockings. Like, you know, it's just like literally everything in this country went on hold to fight World War II. And then somehow between our grandparents, parents, and like our generation or slightly younger, it's like they forgot all the hardships that World War II put on the country. And now we're to the point where it's like, well, you know something, we need to be inclusionary of Nazis because maybe if they got more hugs, they wouldn't be so hateful.
Inclusionary of Nazis.
It's like, you know, fuck all
Just,
these
like,
Nazi motherfuckers.
Please read that back to yourself.
Inclusionary of Nazis.
Really
So-
think about what that means.
Yeah, and like mill over it. And like, here's the thing.
And like really mill over that.
It's like, so here, and you've known me for years, and like, I'm a very inclusive person.
Yes,
like,
you are.
That is like, in my fiber.
I'm super gay, and you correct me all the time on certain things that I've
Like, because like you are actually like kind of bigoted, like for like a gay person. It's like you be saying some shit, and I'm like,
I'm from the Midwest. I'm working on it.
it's just like
In the name of Jesus.
It's just like I know, like not everybody believes in Jesus, but like it's like
I'll say that for myself.
in whatever higher power that you believe in or
Right.
don't.
Well, all the higher powers, but
yeah.
or no higher powers at all.
It's all okay. But like you say some shit that I'm just kind of like, oh, you can't say that. Like I feel like because you're so Midwestern nice that like when you say it, people don't get extra. But like
Right, well,
I
that's
feel
the whole
like
thing. Because if I say something like I'm not.
you
I'm
don't
not
you don't
ever
say it with a
really
hateful
out
tone.
to exactly offend
You
people.
never say a
I'm not
hateful
hating
tone.
on
You're
anybody.
just saying shit that
like
like you said transvestite once, and I was just like, oh my god, like
right.
you're gonna get us sliced.
But
like,
that was you're just like
I'm gonna have this trans woman that's like Puerto Rican from the South Bronx coming over here. What you call me, bitch? I'm like, oh my god, it was not me. It was not me.
Right, it was
But
right here.
it was. They are part of your alphabet.
Right,
Like
I
like because I feel like it's my duty to make like cisgendered heteronormative people not all assholes.
I agree. I'm glad that you're even thinking about that conversation, the conversation of inclusion. It's really important. That's what I love about this show, is the fact that we have so many different comedians from walks of life all over.
Artists and we have
and,
singers,
like,
and
actors and
filmmakers,
directors. Like we have people from all walks of life.
Yeah,
And
super inclusionary. Like like it's. And it's important to me because, it's that old saying that you see all the same people on the walk up as you do on the walk down.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
So it's
Yes, you do. This is a very small world that we live in.
yeah.
And it's millions and millions of people when you think about it. It is, but then it's not. You
Mhm.
run into it's so crazy. Living in New York City, I run into the same people all the time. And
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy that you would think like, oh, this is a city of 15 million people. What are the odds?
The
That's what it
strangest
is.
part about that is like if you ever walk down like Bleecker or McDougal, it feels like the smallest town in the world.
In the world.
It's just like
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm
Every
in
time
Iowa.
People gets Comedy Row, for anybody that doesn't know New York City. At every single
Bleecker and
time,
McDougal.
Bleecker, McDougal, just that area, there's like what, fucking 20 different comedy clubs, like
Bars
in the area,
and-
bars, and like it is this
Well,
area where just like
and
comedians are in New York City
You can't.
And you
it takes you a
can't-
half hour to walk a block.
when you're a comedian. When
Yeah.
people know you and you're a comedian, it's literally like as soon as I go on that block, either one of us, it's like
You gotta stop. And like,
gotta stop.
And you're talking.
you might get asked
about-
to do a spot.
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome, but like whenever people say to you like, "Oh, the city is so big, like you could run into a person and never meet them again," and then I always just think about on McDougal, cause like
Not really.
it's like fucking. I could see the pizza guy on the. I like, oh, I haven't seen you in a long time. What happened? Like like the
How's your kid?
the
Like-
homeless guy that shines your shoes, like, you could talk to him for 10 minutes. The homeless guy with the pit bull that does the tricks, like, you could talk to him for 10
Look at all the
minutes.
comedians
And all the
barking,
comics
or just
barking,
comics, or
just,
somebody's having a cigarette before their set.
like, they're, like, literally, there's no way to walk down Bleecker and McDougal without running into somebody you know. And, like,
But that's why I love doing comedy in New York City. This is comedy capital of the world, and you come here and there's an experience that I feel like you don't have any other place in the world. As a comic,
Mhm.
just period. It's amazing, and I'm just blessed to have this right here and to be doing shows with you. And this is crazy.
No, I mean, it's It's nuts.
Get to pinch yourself sometimes, because if you really think, for you, you're from like this area.
Yeah.
I'm a kid from the Midwest. To look back at like 15-year-old Rodney, 17-year-old Rodney, the picture I just showed you,
Oh.
and then know that like at my age
I wouldn't
right
even
now,
know that kid.
exactly. I'm over here hosting shows, got a great podcast, doing all this crazy shit in New York City. That's
It's
crazy.
like I showed you a picture of me when I was in high school, and like that kid was still coming down to the city. I was a club kid at that point. Like
going to the Limelight.
I was
in the
going to the
tunnel.
Limelight and the Tunnel and Twilo and Sound Factory, and like, you know, like I was more like on a fashion, like I'm still in fashion, but like I was more on like the artistic end of fashion back then, and like spend a whole week designing an outfit to put together to wear out, and like so I still kind of had that like you know like going to the city thing, but like I feel like that is really my foundation in inclusion was born in like in that photo, like before that photo, because like I started coming down here to the city, going to clubs, and all of my club friends were all trans people. They were all like drag performers, and like they were like my club family. And like, I mean, when I hear that, like, so back in the day, they used to have co-ed bathrooms in the tunnel, and it was just kind of like guys, girls, like whatever, trans, whatever, everything and everyone went to the same bathroom. And I can't tell you how many times a trans woman or a drag performer saved a 17, 16, 15-year-old me from being violated in a bathroom. Like, I can't even tell you. So, like, the whole idea that, like, it's 2019 and people are questioning whether or not trans people should be able to use the ladies' room. Like, I will tell you this right now. Like, I have gone to the bathroom with, over the years, hundreds of trans people in my life. From, I would say, the first time I ever went to a club, it was RuPaul's birthday. I was 15.
So amazing.
15. That night, I went to the bathroom with hundreds of trans people. But fast forward to like today, I mean, I've probably gone to the bathroom with thousands of trans people. I've never once felt unsafe, violated, worried, neurotic, nervous about going to the bathroom with a trans person. Every single time I go out on a Tinder date, I am worried about going to the bathroom. Like, are they going to roofie my drink when I run into the bathroom? Are they going to run behind me and rape me in the bathroom? Like, it's like beyond me. And in my head, I think they've never had this experience of like clubbing and plur and like club kid life and rave life, and it's just like an inclusive kind of environment that like everyone's there for like one purpose of like, you know, art and beauty and fun and, you know, just like, and I worry that these kids are never going to experience that, because like we are living in a time where we are paying taxes for our government to put children in internment camps that they're dying and being sexually molested. How do you go out on a Friday night with the whole idea of like, I'm going out for the beauty of this outfit because I spent 72 hours putting it together? Like, it's so frivolous. It feels frivolous, but it feels needed, because I feel like if everyone just had that, like, my Saturday is about beauty and unity and love and inclusion and diversity.
Oh.
Like, if you just focused one day of your week on art and beauty and experience and inclusion and meeting new people, I feel like you couldn't be so hateful.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
absolutely agree. For me, this is that. Every Friday has been like that for me. I'm able to actually free myself of everything, have some catharsis, and everybody should have that.
I think it's needed.
It's a needed thing. Like that's like life is not about this like
this
being in
grind
a wheel
this hate
and
mill.
like hating each other, and like we all see beauty and we all have life and we all do the same things. It's about
Everybody shits.
Everybody shits. Every single person shits.
Yeah.
You eat the wrong thing,
And
you're
you
gonna
shit double.
You're gonna shit double or throw up. We've all
Right.
done that too.
Yeah.
You've been doing it since a child.
You ever have that thing where you're like, oh, do I throw up in the toilet and poo, or do I like throw up in the sink and poo in the, like, which one do I?
Oh God, that's the worst.
That's the worst. That is the worst.
But we've all experienced that, and that's like what makes us human. And that's what I love about this show is that we talk about we might talk about poop a lot because we talk about poop a lot. But
We're scatological.
yes, you know, everybody shit.
Everybody
You shit every day. Sometimes 3-4 times a day. If it's-
Everybody shit.
Everybody shit.
Everybody shitting up in the club. Everybody shit. Everybody shit.
That's the one place I can't say I've never shot in the club.
Oh, please. I have shot in the champagne room. I shit everywhere.
Because you're a
I
female.
shat in Whitney
You
Houston's
guys-
bathroom, for God's sake.
Oh, Bo, that makes two of us.
We both shat in Whitney Houston's bathroom.
Hey! Shout out to Whitney, rest in peace. That was a great moment for us. We met Ariana Grande too this year.
We did.
Yes,
we
and
did.
Pete Davidson. We met them before, whether we're together still.
I shot in Pete Davidson's mom's house.
I threw up in Pete Davidson's mom's house.
Well, at least he made it to the toilet.
Twice.
Yes.
Jeez.
I was just like, Rodney, are you sure you want to eat those gummies?
Oh, God. Yes.
It's like you do not be eating strangers' gummies. I don't know
Alright,
what's
just to let
wrong
you
with these
know,
Milwaukee
there was
people.
edibles everywhere, people, and like I partook, and it came out.
I never partake in that shit, but you just don't.
Just
You just
that's
don't.
the first
do it.
time you see me like that, though.
Yeah, but like, and then you were like, I'm like, oh, we should eat before we get there. Well, how do you know there's not going to be food? Like, has there ever been food in any New York party that you've ever gone to? No. Why do you always give me a hard time about this? Every single time.
'Cause we went to
Every
this one
single
party
time.
where we went to this one party where you had to drop your shoes off, right? At the door. And let me tell you the ratio of men that had mismatching socks.
It was
compared to,
like 6 out of 10 men had mixed match socks.
And
it
every
was my
single
OCD
woman,
that found it. There was
none
only
of the
one
women had
woman.
mismatching socks.
There was only one woman that had mismatched socks.
What she look like?
I'm not
Oh.
gonna
Right, 'cause she might have been in the show.
mismatch socks Michelle. Or no, mismatched socks Molly. All right, so we're gonna have to wrap this up, and it has been a super fun 2018.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you guys for sticking with us, listening to us. If there's any sort of resolution I think anybody should make in the new year is one day a week.
Yeah.
Just one. And I know it sounds crazy and it sounds like I don't have enough time for this bullshit.
But you do.
But you do.
Carve it out.
Dedicate one day of your week to art and beauty and inclusion and like just something beyond yourself that is it might not even be something tangible, but it might just be something surreal, but like just find something gorgeous
Yeah.
at least one day a week.
Did you say, wow, it's beautiful?
Just find, I know like I'm super New York and like I don't look at architecture ever, and like people are always like, oh my God, look at that gargoyle. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But like
That's me.
no, he makes me stop and look at like fucking buildings, and I'm like, bro, this building has been here since like 1900. It's still gonna be here. Let's get your ass
But you
moving.
still gotta notice the beauty because it's still gorgeous. And I just want to say, laugh every day.
Laugh every day.
Figure out a way to laugh. There's something funny about whatever is going on in your day. Figure it out. Laugh. Because life's not that serious. And it's too short. And frowns make you older. Get
Well,
it together.
it's serious, but still laugh. Um, but yeah, find art, find beauty, find whimsy, find love. And if you love someone, tell them because we aren't promised tomorrow.
We are. But guess what?
We've got
2019.
today.
But 2019, we're gonna be here all the time.
Yeah.
Tune in.
So, Rodney, tell all the folks where they can find you on social media.
You guys already know Ronnie Daniels, Facebook, Ronnie Daniels, Instagram, Ronnie Daniels on Twitter. I'm always here with Marissa Smith doing Big Talking Brewskis. I'm now officially the host of Fashion Be Funny. So we got dates every single month of next year, 2019.
We do.
It's gonna be amazing. If you are in New York City, make sure you come here and check us out because we're gonna make you laugh on a Friday night, and it's gonna be amazing. Marissa Smith.
You can find this show on Twitter at Big Talk and Brew. You can also find us on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter at Marissa Smith. Also, check out my other podcast, Blame Storming. You can find us on Twitter at The Blame Storm. You can also find both shows on all of your streaming sites. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And remember, you guys, Trump outed a bunch of Navy SEALs because he is a detriment to us all. Good night. Bye-bye. Love you.
Happy 2019.
Happy 2019.